All right, boys, another one. This one is on the Magic Chaplin. It's actually just called the Chaplin. But this move is the best. It's really good. It's an amazing move. You can do it forever. Yeah, this is the basic horizontal Chaplin. You can do, there's tons of variations. You can do the reverse. You can do vertical. You can do zero gravity. You can do zero gravity the other way. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. Today, this tutorial is going to be, basically, it's going to be just on the basic horizontal and the basic vertical. So here's slow-mos. All right. So, starting off, the basic horizontal is the easiest Chaplin. So there, it's like that. It goes counterclockwise around your finger. So to start off, this is just follow along. This is going to be the hardest trick to teach so far. Not necessarily the hardest to do, but it's going to be hard for me to teach. Just follow along. I've got some weird stuff. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, what you're going to do, you're going to start with the safe handle. You're going to flip the knife over your hand, and you're going to get it between the blade and the safe handle. Put your hand out like this, and what you're going to do to start, we're just going to do very slow rotations around our wrist. So what that's going to look like is like this. So you can see what I'm doing here. All I'm doing, the knife stays basically facing downwards the whole time. I can do this super slow. Very slow. You just do this move. Just get used to this. Just going very slowly around your wrist. You'll notice, of course, when you get to the back, it'll kind of slide towards your hand, and the way to counter that is just to go a little bit faster. So you come here, and it'll start to slide towards your hand, and you just go a little bit faster, and you end up there. So just practice that. Just do this for a while, till you get the hang of it, till you can get it to go all the way around your hand and end up here. So you can go very slow at first. It'll bend, your wrist will bend back, and you come back. So you should be able to just do this. You can go extremely slow. Okay, I have enough. I beat that to death. Try that. Practice that. Get that good till you can do that. That's the first step. Once you can do that, the next step is going to be to try and do one Chaplin rotation. So, of course, if you just take the knife and you try and spin it around like I do, it's going to fly off your finger, just like that. If you try to spin it around like this, it's going to just fly off your finger. We're going to start by doing one rotation. So once again, take the knife here, like this. You're going to do one counterclockwise rotation. So you're going to start here. You're going to pull the knife towards your face in kind of a curve. So it's going to curve. I'm going to face the camera here. The knife is going to curve upwards towards my face. So it's going to come here, up towards my face. And what's going to happen, and then once it reaches roughly aligned with my elbow, I'm going to come down and away like so. So the end result, you're going to try to do one rotation. So it's going to come up towards your face and down. And you're going to catch it either with your middle finger, if you're feeling feisty, or with just your thumb. So you're going to take the safe handle, come towards your face, and back down and catch with your thumb. So back to this other perspective here. It's going to come this way and around. So what that'll look like, when you get it, it'll look like this. So you try and do one rotation. So you have the knife in your thumb, you bring it towards your face and away, and you catch again. This is going to take quite a bit of practice. Just work on it. Get it till you can do one rotation. Once you can do one rotation, you're like halfway there. That's half the battle. It's doing one rotation around your finger. Notice, one thing actually I'm going to note, notice I'm pivoting around your elbow. When you get good at this trick, you can move your wrist and stuff too, it's fine. There's no issue with moving your wrist. When you get good at this trick, if you notice when I do it, I'm pivoting around my elbow. That produces the smoothest orbit, and it produces the most control. You can move your wrist a bit. My wrist moves a bit, my finger moves a bit, don't even worry about it. But notice, I'm pivoting around my elbow. This is not just my finger, not just my wrist, it's my elbow. So, take the knife here, use your elbow, bring it towards you, and back around. Try and do one rotation. Once you can do one rotation, the next step, of course, is going to be... So actually, before we get to the next step, there's a second way you can approach... Actually, okay, no, fuck it. Second step. Try and do 2 rotations, basically is what I'm going to say. So go here, come down, and then right away, try and do it again. So you go 1, 2. Try and do 2 rotations. That's all I can say. It's going to be hard at first. It's going to be really hard. I think it's going to be weird, and you got to get it right. You just got to get the rotation right. There's not too many other tips I can give you. Just try and do 2 rotations. 1, 2. Once you can do 2 rotations, you basically can do a chaplain, and it's just a matter of control and practice. Once you can do 2 rotations, there's really nothing stopping you from doing 1, 2, 3. And then eventually, it'll just get tighter and tighter and tighter. The idea is, right, you're doing these big loops. Eventually, over time, it'll get closer and closer. And as you practice it, it'll get closer and closer, and it'll become this. Right? 1, 2, 3, whatever. However many you want. That's the key. Start with 1, then move on to 2, then move on to 3. 1, 2, 3. That might be all you can get, but that's fine. Just practice it that way. A second way so that's the first way of approaching this trick, of getting to do the main chaplain. Start with 1 rotation, 2 rotations, 3 rotations, whatever. Pivot around your elbow, keep your finger out. That's all there is to it. Now, the second way, so from that weird thing we were doing here, another way you can approach this trick is you can try and do this weird slow-mo rotation and just speed it up. And as you get faster, you'll just do the trick. So that's the second way you can approach it. Start from the slow-mo, the weird slow-mo thing, and just move faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster, unless you got it. So that's the 2 ways. Start with 1 rotation, or start with that weird slow-mo. So either start really slow, or just start with 1 rotation, and then work your way up to doing the full chaplain. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Hopefully that helped. Basically, you just got to practice this one, and eventually I know you guys will get it. I know you'll be able to do it. Okay, next, the vertical chaplain. So the vertical chaplain is actually much harder because there's this force when it's upside down where it doesn't like to be upside down and it wants to fall off your finger. So first master the horizontal chaplain. Once you have to have that, before you can do the vertical chaplain, you want to have the horizontal one mastered. There's a couple ways you can approach the vertical chaplain as well. You can move from a horizontal chaplain. You can slowly just turn your arm, right? So you've mastered this. You just turn your elbow outwards more and more and more and more until you're doing a vertical chaplain. That's the one way to approach it. Don't got to say much about that. Another way to approach it, right, is the same trick. It's the same thing. You do 1 rotation and you catch. 1 rotation and you catch. Here you can see it just comes towards you and over top. 1, your finger makes a circular motion. 1 rotation. And then once you can do 1 rotation, just do 2 rotations. 1, 2. That was 3, I think. Whatever. You get the idea. Start with 1, move to 2, then to 3. That's what I'm going to tell you to do. Reverse is the exact same feel. Once you can do a forward chaplain, you can probably do a reverse chaplain. It's just a little bit more practice. Same feel. Not even going to talk about that one. To get into a chaplain, of course, when you first start, you're just going to want to balance it over your finger. But the way I usually do it is if you just have the knife open and you just flip it over the back of your hand. And then as you flip it, you release with your other 3 fingers and let it rip. Of course, you have to know how to do a chaplain first. So hopefully that helped. I know this one was an annoying, weird tutorial because basically you just got to practice a bunch. There's not too many tips. Hopefully you guys get it. Thanks for watching. Good luck. Tell me what you thought about this one. Thanks.